Welcome to the part 10 of the Pitman Shorthand course. In this video, we are going to talk about abbreviated W, or you can also say abbreviated way, because we call W as way in Pitman Shorthand. So there's an alternate way of writing the way consonant, which is a right semicircle. So we can also use a right semicircle instead of using the usual upwards stroke with initial small hook. But there's a condition for that, which means that if that condition meet, only then you can use a right semicircle to represent the consonant way. So let's see what is that condition. So that condition is word starts with way, after that it has K, G, M, R, which means that whenever you have any word which starts with the way consonant and just after that you have any of the four consonants K, G, M or R. So whenever you have any word which starts with the way consonant and just after that you have K, G, M or R, then in that case you will always be making the right semicircle to represent the way consonant. But you also have to remember one thing here, which is if you also have a vowel before the way consonant, then in that case you will not be making the right semicircle to represent the way consonant. Instead of that, you will be making the upwards stroke with initial small hook, which is the usual way of representing the way consonant. So now let's see some examples so we can better understand this concept. Okay, so we have these words here. So let's see what is the first word. So the first word is wet, right? So this wet word will be simply written like this. Alright, so we saw that we used the usual way here with the stroke with the initial small hook because we don't have either K, G, M or R just after the way consonant, because see, this is our way and just after that we don't have any the consonant K, G, M or R. So that's why we just used this usual way of writing the way consonant. So that's how you write the word wet. Let's move on to the next word. Next word is well. So this well word will be written like this. Alright, so here also we used the usual way, the stroke with the initial small hook, because we have this way consonant and just after that we don't have either K, G, M or R. So that's why we use the usual stroke with this initial small hook to represent our way consonant. Alright, so now let's move on to the next word. Now we have this word wake. So now we can see that we have this way consonant and just after that we have the K consonant. And according to the condition, if we have K, G, M or R just after the way consonant, then in that case we won't be using the usual way. Instead of that, we'll be using the right semicircle to represent our way consonant. So this wake word will be written like this. Alright, so here we used the right semicircle to represent our way consonant because we have this K consonant just after the way consonant. Let's move on to the next word. We have wig. So wig will be written like this. Alright, so see, we have this G consonant after the way consonant and this applies to our condition. So that's why we used the right semicircle instead of the stroke with the initial small hook to represent our way consonant. So that's how you write the word wig. Let's move on to the next word. We have womanish. So womanish will be written like this. Alright, so see, we have this M consonant just after the way consonant. So that's why we used the right semicircle to represent our way consonant here instead of the stroke with the initial small hook. So let's move on to the next word. We have wire. So wire word will be written like this. So see, here also we have the R consonant just after the way consonant, so that's why we used the right semicircle here. So that's our word wire. Let's move on to the next word. We have awake. All right, so awake will be written like this. All right, so why we used the usual way here instead of the right semicircle, although we still have the K consonant after the way consonant. So why we did not use the right semicircle? Because we also have a vowel here before the way consonant, and the condition says that if we also have a vowel before the way consonant, so according to condition, if we also have a vowel before the way consonant, then in that case we will be using the usual way. So this awake word will be written like this. All right, so that's how you make the awake word. Let's move on to the next word. We have aware. So aware will be written like this. All right, so see, we have a vowel also before the way consonant, so that's why we used the usual way instead of the right semicircle to represent our way consonant. All right, so that was all for the abbreviated way.